Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Jeff Blankman joined here today by the IKM Manning boys 4x800 relay team. They just had an outstanding run over here on a windy and a chilly day in Denison. Hunter Smith got him out to a great start here today. Talk about when that gun went off. How'd you feel?
Well, I wasn't really ready for the gun at first because they would said ready and then no set, just go. But I was ready for it, and my plan coming in was get shoot for like a 210. So in order to do that, I just kind of went like a really first fast lap. So I kind of went out really fast to get to the cones, cut in, and I looked at the clock, so I had like a 01, and then second lap went okay, just at the end, the wind in the first stretch started kicked, and so decent, not bad.
Able to keep the pace close to where you wanted to? You were kind of sounded like time-wise, but how'd you feel through all that?
First lap I felt really good, and then first like 300 I felt good, and the last 100 I felt myself starting to die. But
how were you able to fight through it? Take us through kind of the mental aspect of having to fight through that.
Well, normally I run the 8. I'm more of like a last 200 burst type of guy. So when I just felt that last 100, when I started to feel it, I just started like kicking in like I normally do.
Why did you change strategy then? If you're normally strong at the close, why did you feel like getting out fast would be better?
Because normally we do like a waterfall, but today it was more like separate lanes, and I saw the cones over there, so I really wanted to like get a fast start so I didn't have to be stuck in the boxed in.
How'd you feel like the handoff went with Justin?
The handoffs always go well on the 4A for me. It's like they just know when to go, see if I'm dying or if I'm still going. But he read that I was dying, so you got there early. So
well, I tell you what, great job out here today. I thought you guys had a good run. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Let's move over now to Justin Segebart. And Justin, after you got the baton, how did you feel like the start of the race went for you?
Really fast. I was moving and I died at the end.
Did you want to go out that fast, or did you just kind of get caught up in the whole momentum of things?
I kind of got caught up in the whole momentum. I wanted to keep second or first place, but I wanted to also keep it so I could keep it the whole race, and he passed me at the end. But
what was the difference for you, do you think, in that first lap to the second lap? How much different was the pace?
A lot different. I haven't been running with distance in practice, and it's really hurting.
So what adjustments would you make for your next distance race?
Go on runs myself and work out myself, because I can go with sprinters in practice, and then I could go on distance runs by myself, and that would really help me, I think.
Justin, as you felt that guy kind of creeping up behind you a little bit, what was going through your mind? How'd you try to fight him off?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. just stay in front of him, and my body just wanted to stop, and I didn't let my mind really tell my body to stop. I just tried to keep fighting through it.
Well, I tell you what, it looked like a pretty good battle watching it for you two guys. I know the guys kind of waiting for the handoff kind of were jockeying to see where you ended up. What did you feel like was the difference for you on how you closed out there?
I was just really tired. He had more energy than me, and I don't know. I was just way too tired to keep running at the pace that I was going around the whole lap.
Well, I tell you what, third place finish you guys overall today. Great job out here. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Reed Hinners, who ran that third leg here today. Reed, you were kind of having a jockey. You're either going to be in first place or second place when you got the baton. Take us through what was going through your mind as you saw Justin coming at you and how you were getting yourself ready to go.
Well, when Justin was coming at me, he was in first. I was prepared for that. But then I saw the kid creep up on him, and I knew I had to get out to a strong start at the start of my leg to try and keep up with the pace.
Did it change your mentality of all of how you wanted to run your part of the race when he moved from first to second?
Well, yeah, like whenever I'm in first and I get the leg, I always want to try to start out fast. I did there, but once Tri-Centers was from me, I just tried to stay behind him the whole time.
I've heard a lot of people talking about the wind. How did the wind impact, do you think, today?
It was pretty good for most of the part, except that back last 100 stretch is pretty bad.
How do you adjust to that?
Just try to run through it hard, I guess. At the end I did, and stay behind first. Let him block the wind for me.
Able to keep the pace fairly well in the second lap is what you did in the first lap, or were like most of the first two guys, did you feel like you kind of went out a little quick?
Well, yeah, I was trying to catch him at the start, but on the second lap, the whole time I was just trying to stay behind the guy in first.
What do you think the strength? I like this 4x8 group. I think you guys got a chance to be pretty good this year. What do you feel like the strength of this team is?
Definitely Hunter getting out to a good start, or he can run anchor and help us get in first.
Well, I tell you what, great job today. Best luck coming up in the rest of your races.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Luke Ramsey, who had that anchor leg here today. You look a little tired. How did it go?
Yeah,
it's tough, you know. I mean, any track race is tough, but I mean, the first 100 I just tried to push myself. I tried to stay with Brett McGee. I mean, he's a good person to stay with. He is incredibly fast. And then I didn't know how fast he was, but he definitely was a quick guy too. But yeah, just try to keep them in sight, stay with them, and run as fast as I can.
As you were watching the first 3 guys go, I mean, I remember it was a long time ago, but to be in that anchor leg sometimes, you got to stay mentally fresh, but you're kind of watching the guys. What do you think about, what do you do to keep yourself ready to go?
Well, first off, I mean, obviously stay warm, stay ready, but I want to at least maintain my place. The guy behind me, I mean, I don't want to lose it, stay there, and then again, like I said, just stay with the guys. Try to pass them. I mean, today it didn't work out that way because we had 2 incredibly good runners, but just, yeah, try to stay with them.
What was that pace like out there today?
Oh, it was the first, like I said, the first 100 I pushed myself, but that win on the second backstretch here, it made it a little tough. It wasn't as bad as the last 2 meets, but overall, the conditions, even though it's 50 degrees, it's ideal running conditions for track, I think.
What else you got coming up tonight?
I actually am done for the night. Tonight I only have 1 race, so it's perfect. It's amazing. I get to watch others. Maybe go get some Mexican afterwards and just give me a good night.
Well, I tell you what, congratulations. Enjoy the Mexican and appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.